Hi, my name is Jonathan Alloy. I recently took on a new executive role in consulting, and it came after a long career as an individual contributor and a manager in the banking industry. I've worked with Frank for several years now through several job transitions. So I worked with him initially when I went from being an individual contributor to being a manager, and then again when I went from being a manager to being an executive. And I also worked with him when I was transitioning through industries and geographies, moving across country and going from banking into consulting. Each position I was hired for after working with Frank was a promotion. It was a promotion in responsibility, it was a promotion in compensation. And as I grew in my career, I found that Frank was also able to scale. When I was interviewing for jobs as an individual contributor in banking, he was able to help me hit those high notes. When I was interviewing for an executive position in consulting, it's a completely different interview process, and he was just as effective in working with me there. And that was really beneficial to have that long term relationship with him. In each case, what Frank really helped me do well was figure out what experiences and stories do I need to tell in this case with this set of interviews. And by working with him at each step of the hiring process, he helped me tailor what was right to say in the moment, what to expect, what to be prepared for, not because the interviewers were necessarily going for a gotcha moment, but rather it was about how do I present myself in the best possible way, especially in what can be a very stressful interview situation, like interviewing with a panel, interviewing remotely during COVID, having to give a presentation or present a case study. These are all atypical experiences from our day to day life. And what Frank really helped me do was figure out how I can put my best foot forward.
Hi, everyone. Is one of your goals in 2023 making a job change? Maybe you want to get promoted within your company, or maybe you're ready to move on. I've got some advice for you. You're looking for that one opportunity. But here's the deal, when that opportunity comes along, and it will, are you going to be ready? If you haven't interviewed in even the last 2, 3 years, you may not understand what's going on with interview processes right now. They are intense. Companies definitely have needs, but they take their time selecting the right candidate. And part of how they do that is they have you jump through a lot of hoops. I'm going to be there with you every step of the way because each components of the interview process today require a certain preparation. And my background is that I was a recruiter for 14 years here in the San Francisco Bay Area. During that time, I interviewed over 10,000 people. And I also was a very strategic partner with my hiring managers, both in Fortune 500 companies, but also in Silicon Valley, really helping them assess who is the right person to hire. And that comes from interviews. That doesn't come from resumes. Resumes get your foot in the door. They'll never get you a job offer. Wouldn't you like to work with someone who's actually interviewed 10,000 people and knows what works and what doesn't, and could actually, in mock interviews, give you strategic feedback and also confidence building so that you can go in there and ace that interview? And then afterwards, when you get that job offer, I'm going to help you negotiate thousands more in your salary package. What would that be worth to you? I want to have a conversation with you. DM me and let's set up some time so that I can find out more about your specific situation and how I'm going to be able to help you really ace that interview and get the money that you deserve and also the title you deserve. Now's the time. Thanks a lot.